Did you know one of India's most heavenly instruments, the Santoor, was originally born not in a concert hall, but in the valleys of Kashmir, among shepherds and mystics? Yes, long before it became a star of Indian classical music, the Santoor was a humble folk instrument used to accompany Sufi hymns and devotional songs in Kashmir's spiritual gatherings. The word Santoor actually comes from the Persian words san, meaning hundred, and tor, meaning strings. So, literally, it means an instrument with 100 strings. But here's something most people don't know. The Indian Santoor doesn't have 100 strings at all. Traditional Kashmiri Santoors actually have around 90 to 100 strings, depending on the musician's tuning and design. Some modern versions can even go up to 120 strings. The Santoor's story stretches back thousands of years. In fact, it's mentioned in ancient Sanskrit texts, the Shatatantri Veena, meaning the 100-stringed instrument. Many historians believe this is one of the earliest references to what we now call the Santoor. That means the Santoor could be over 2,000 years old. But here's a surprising fact. The Santoor you see today in Indian classical concerts is not the same instrument used in ancient times. It was Pandit Shivkumar Sharma, a young musician from Jammu, who transformed this rustic folk instrument into a respected Indian classical solo instrument in the 1950s. Before Sharma ji, no one had ever played a raga on the Santoor. It was considered too limited for serious classical music. He re-engineered its design, increased its range, added new tuning systems, and even changed how it was played. And with that, the humble folk Santoor became capable of expressing every nuance of Indian ragas. Another little-known fact: the Santoor inspired instruments in many other cultures. In Persia, it became the santur. In China, it evolved into the yangqin, and in Greece, it turned into the santuri. All these instruments share a common ancestor, making the Santoor a global traveler in music history. Playing the Santoor isn't easy either. It's played with two delicate mallets, called kalams, which never actually strike the strings harshly. They bounce. The sound comes not from pressure, but from precision and vibration. Even a small mistake can change the raga's emotion completely. That's why mastering the Santoor takes years of training and immense patience. Here's another fascinating detail. Unlike most string instruments like the sitar or sarod, the Santoor cannot glide between notes. You can't do meend or gamak. So, Santoor players developed a completely different technique, rapid hammering and note layering, to create the illusion of flow. This unique method gives the Santoor its crystal-like, shimmering tone that almost feels otherworldly. Today, the Santoor is not just an Indian instrument. It's a symbol of cultural fusion. It has appeared in Bollywood film scores, Western fusion albums, and even electronic music. In 1985, the sound of the Santoor traveled the world when Pandit Shivkumar Sharma collaborated with Zakir Hussain for their iconic album Call of the Valley, a milestone that put the Santoor on the global music map. So, next time you hear that gentle cascade of strings, remember, you're not just hearing music, you're hearing the echo of mountains, rivers, mystics, and centuries of evolution. The Santoor, simple yet divine, ancient yet eternal. This was a short little story behind one of India's most mesmerizing instruments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories about India's musical heritage.